Hello guys, welcome again. So in today's video, I'm going to show you on how to install MySQL Workbench. So in the previous video, I had taken you through on how to download and install MySQL server to your local machine. So at the moment, I think I have MySQL installed from the previous video. That's why I can access it using the terminal. So I'll be prompted to enter the password which I had set earlier underneath. So now I can access all the database, MySQL database that I do have in my system. But to make the process, show databases. Yeah. So at the moment I do have these four databases which are normally pre-installed during the installation process. So today I'm going to show you on how to download MySQL. So the first process is actually to go to the official site of mysql.com. Once you're here, you go to downloads, and once you come to downloads, you come to the bottom part where you get MySQL community downloads. So you click on that particular link and it will open all the downloads that are there to be downloaded. So in the previous video, I had shown you on how to download MySQL community server. So that's the one that we installed. So, but in this video, we need to install MySQL Workbench, which will enable us to interact with the MySQL server that we already have. So I'm going to click MySQL Workbench, and then I'll be brought to this page. The first part is to select the operating system that you want to download that Workbench for. So in my case, it's Windows. So I'm going to leave it by default Windows. But in case you have any other operating system, you have to select from the list that is there on the drop down. The next thing is to click download. So on this page, once you are brought to this page, you can say to log in, sign up, but don't want to go to that process. So I'm going to click no thanks, just start the download. And immediately you click on that, the downloads normally starts immediately. And based on the network speed of your network, it will take some time to download. And normally the size is actually not big because it's around 41, 42 MBs in terms of the space that workbench takes. So mine is almost done. It's 34, 35, so 38, 40, 41. Now it's done. So I can click on that so that I can see where that folder, that file has been downloaded. And as you can see, it has came to the downloads part in my PC. So last week, in the previous video, we had installed this one. This is the server. Now we are going to click on this to start the installation of MySQL Workbench. So the next process is to click on this, and once you click on that, the installation window will appear. You click on next. So we need a complete installation. In our case, actually, we don't want to limit some features from being installed during the installation process. So I want to actually to have all features that are associated with my Workbench, MySQL Workbench to be installed. So normally it's advisable you leave this as complete. So in the case you want to customize what you want to be installed specific, you can click on this. But in my case, I'm going to leave it as complete so that all features can be installed. Click next and then install. So simply by doing so, the installation process begins and all the files that are needed on the MySQL Workbench are installed to your machine so that everything is set up before we can proceed to use. So as you can see, the installation is the process is ongoing for the installation, and based on the speed of the machine, normally it takes some time to complete the installation. So as for mine, it has finished, as you can see. So the next thing is to click finish. So, but I want it to click before you click on finish. I want to load that MySQL actually now. So that's why if you want, you can click that one or disable it. So in my case, I'm going to enable it and then click finish. Once you click finish, the workbench will launch. And once it launches, yes, as you can see, we have already launched our MySQL. And normally, once you have installed MySQL, when the workbench is launching, it will connect to that instance, and it will show you here as one of the connections that you're supposed to connect to. As you can see, so once the MySQL launched, it actually identified the instance of MySQL that is installed. So which one, upon clicking on it, I will be prompted to enter the password. The password, MySQL password, that we had set for this one, for this MySQL server instance that we had installed earlier in the previous video. So once I enter the password, click enter. So I'm going to be connected to MySQL. So don't show this message again, continue anyway. So these are normally connection warnings that normally pops up. So continue anyway. And once I'm done that way, you can see I'm connected now to my server, my MySQL server. So from here, you can proceed now to check the statuses of the server, the way it is. Yeah, you can see mine is running now at the moment. So that's why you are able to connect to it. So from here, that's where now you interact with the your various databases in your MySQL using this workbench. So in the next videos, I'm going to show you simple ways, from simple to advanced way, on how to interact with these databases that are on your MySQL using Workbench and also using the terminal, MySQL terminal. So these are the only two ways normally of interacting with the databases. So MySQL terminal, which deals with commands. So you have to write commands here to interact with the databases that are in MySQL server. Or you can use the workbench that we have just installed to interact with your MySQL server. So in the next videos, I'm going to take you through that to show you on how to use MySQL in your development and also in your professional career. So thank you guys. See you in the next video.